Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you how to go ahead and get the Fallen Snowblade Rod here inside of Fisch on Roblox. Now, there are two ways to do it, and I'm going to show you both of the different ways. Now, the very first thing you need to know is that this rod is currently unobtainable unless you do the second method, but I still want to explain how the first method works in case they ever bring it back for whatever reason, and you're watching this video in the future. But don't worry, there is another way that you can currently get it right now, even if you can't do this method. So this is called the Fallen Snowblade Rod, and this rod can be gotten by completing the Snow's quest. So basically the very first thing you're gonna have to do, which I'm gonna basically just showcase to the best of my ability, is you're going to need to head over to Snowcap Island. All right, so once we go ahead and get to Snowcap Island, that is where we're going to start the very first part of the quest. That way we can obviously get the rod. And yeah, the rod's actually a fairly good rod. It has a 10% chance to fill the progress bar instantly, a 75 progression speed, and a 45% chance for snowy. And it's just honestly just a decent rod overall. The width on it is 69%. So it's going to have a control of 39 or 39% control. And again, resulting with 69% width on the bar. So yeah, the very first thing we need to do is go to Snowcap Island. So let me just find that. We're gonna head over to Snowcap Island. Now this rod is actually very good and it is free to get even with both methods. So keep that in mind. It is free to get money wise. You're not gonna have to spend any credits or anything like that to go ahead and obtain this rod. So once we head over to Snowcap Island, we will find this little quest right here. And this is called Snow's Quest. And the reason why I said this is currently unobtainable is because they have removed the Snow's NPC. Now, if they ever add it back, this is the one of the ways and probably the best way to go ahead and get it. But as you can see for now, it's not going to be here. But let me just go through everything you need to do for Snow's Quest and where you're going to find the NPC. So you're going to wait to find the Snow NPC, and this can be found at Snowcap Island again, and it's going to be behind a tree. I don't know if I have the exact coordinates, so it doesn't say the exact coordinates, but it looks like he's sitting up against one of these trees. So I would just kind of look around the island. Again, they will probably make an announcement when it's back in the game, but there are a lot of trees, and basically he looks like this black NPC and he'll be sitting up against the tree. So that's what he is going to go ahead and look like. Now, once you have gone ahead and found him, there are a couple of things you're going to need to do. Now, again, I am going to get to the other way to get the rod at the end of the video that is currently in the game that you can still do. The first quest requires you to catch a frozen manatee, which looks a little something like this right here. Okay, it just blacked out for some reason, but it is a secret rarity and you can get this from the Terrapin Island. And you're going to find, being a secret, obviously you want to use seaweed and spring or summer, daytime, and clear weather. So you're going to need to catch that. So you can either use, to get a frozen version of this, you can either use the Arctic rod or the Summit rod. That's up to you, but you want that frozen mutation on it. And you have a 100 and a 45% chance to catch it with frozen. So you can use the Summit or Arctic. It gives you those two chances. And then the frozen fish can be earned through appraising. You can also appraise if you wanted to appraise it. And it is recommended to use weird bait or the luminous larva while trying to catch the manatee, both which will increase your universal and all that, like I just said a second ago. And then completing the first quest will reward you with the blight and lapis lazuli, and one ancient thread. Now, obviously, we're going to need to do the second quest and the third to actually get the rod. So the second quest requires you to catch a darkened warty froghard, or a frogfish, sorry, warty frogfish. And this can be found in the castaway clips. You can use crab cages or fishing rods, and you want to use flakes as the bait, autumn, during night, and during the weather, which is foggy. And again, you want to get the darkened mutation on this. So to get the darkened mutation, I believe on this, all you have to simply do, use the Duskwire rod. You can use the Nor enchant. You can fish it up naturally. You can appraise for it, or you can fish during a blackout to go ahead and get that enchant on it, or that mutation, whatever you want to call it. Boom. So that's how you go ahead and get that one right there. And once you complete it and give it to that, you're going to get a frozen golden sea pearl and one lunar thread. Now, this is the last quest, if not the most important quest of the entire video. So pay very, very close attention when I say this. The second quest is going to require you to catch, or the third quest, sorry, is going to require you to catch a shiny / sparkling blessed blobfish. So you can enchant the Seraphic rod, which looks a little something like, you can go ahead and enchant that with the blessed enchant, which is what is recommended. So enchant this with the blessed enchant, and it is basically a near necessity for completing this. So you're basically going to need to use this if you want to do it in a timely manner, at least. It is recommended to fish during shiny surges or night of the luminous, and the shiny mini event that will occur during the day. Completing the quest will give you the Fallen Snowblade. So if you want to know where you can catch the blobfish at, you can go ahead and find him in the open ocean. He's an exotic, luck favoring. If you want to have the best chance to catch him, use the shrimp bait. And then again, you want to get a shiny version of the blobfish. So you're going to want to do it during the night, or you're going to want to do it during the night of the luminous or the shiny surge. And you're also going to use the blessed enchant on the Seraphic rod. Anyways, once you've done that, you'll get the Fallen Snowblade, and you'll be able to basically get that for yourself. Now, currently that method is no longer in the game. So I'm going to show you the one other way that you can actually get it right now inside of the game. Now, this method again is a lot more iffy and is not guaranteed to actually get it, but this is the only current other other way to go ahead and get the rod. So the very first thing you want to do is you want to head over to Roblox. And basically, I'm going to go to the fishing group right here. And we're going to want to find the, not senior moderator, but we're going to want to find one of the developers of the game. And his name is going to actually be Snow. And this is basically, this is all going to go down. So he's a 3D modeler, and that is where the quest comes from. And basically, the reason why he has so many followers as well is because he goes live on TikTok, and you can actually join him. And basically, the whole thing is if you can join him, you do have a chance where he will give you specific items. They are technically admin only items. So he can give you these items, this rod, the Fallen Snowblade, and it is his rod, obviously. So if you're able to join him while he's live on TikTok or whatever, then you do actually have a chance to go ahead and get this, even though it's no longer in the game. Now, keep in mind that chance is not guaranteed, and it's more of an iffy, like if you get lucky, basically type thing. But that is the only other way. That is the only way to do it right now. But again, if you're watching this video and they have re-enabled it for whatever reason, because a lot of times some of these random videos will pop off because they've re-enabled it. The way I mentioned in the beginning of the video is the best way to go ahead and do it, and it is the full quest and basically the best recommendations completing the quest in and of itself. So yeah, that is the best and only ways to go ahead and get the Fallen Snowblade Rod here inside of Fisch. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel out a ton. We're on the way to 250,000 subscribers. Mean a lot if you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next